Alright, gonna round out some Warlock. As soon as I update my controls, because I had them set for playing a wizard. It shouldn't be too much different. Actually, it's not different at all. Never mind. Alright, all this is set. That's right, on this character I still need to get the refill achievement, so let me get that. I don't need to be cracking the whip until I get something that wants me casting spells, or I get the fire. Sometimes I forget how much louder the whip is than everything else. None of those are good, so I'll get that one just because. Ooh, experience, good thing to start off the run with. The ring is good, but the belt is a lot better. At this level, at the very least. Now, if I had set, I wouldn't want to break it, but without it. Both the belt and the crit there were good, but I like the consistency of crit more than I like just more damage a lot of the time. More speed. Oh, did my followers leave me? I know they couldn't have died this early. I just realized the ones I got in the first level are gone. For this build, you could probably run this being a classless warlock and have almost no difference except a cleaner pool. Because the really only thing you get is the evasion sometimes when you have Soul Siphon. So I'm not being able to bleed means my health got lowered a lot. I'm a doubled edge, hidden myself. As soon as I actually face something that can bleed, though, I'll gain all back. Surprised I've not gotten any healing perks aside from the one I started with. Still don't. Oh, now I have reason to cast the whip. Sure, I'll become a lot tougher. Did that bump my resistances into the positive? It might have. At this low level, let me check. Nope, still negative 159, but that's not very negative. Did I talk to you? I did, okay. So I need that experience there too, and don't know how I missed. For some reason I thought this was equipment. Oops. Got confused with that one. Okay. Yeah, not worth 270 wood. Yeah, I'll trade for a better green. Yep. Good. Wood to trade for money for trade for weapon power. Let's go. There we go. More essence. I gotta step away for a second. I'll do that as soon as I pick up this Shadow Curse. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Time to kill off my one follower. Ow. You know, if I get some of the healing options soon, it would be great. Is that everything? Okay. You know, just gonna quickly re-roll this. There we go. Hey, look. More healing. Okay, I did pick it up. It's just not displaying it's picked. Hi, kitty cat. Alright, kitty cat pen break. Alright, back to the action. I think there's a bird up there that I need to spawn. What class are you running with? Because the device would be a little bit different depending. I would advise at that level of new game you should raise everything. But different advice for different classes. You probably want to focus on spell power builds mostly. There are a couple different build guides that are on the official Discord that are very helpful. Discord in general has a lot of useful information, even if it's... Oh, he's not dead. Sorry, cat's also now pestering me. Yeah, Discord has a lot of useful information, even if it's not the most populated place. With a bunch of different guides stuck in threads. And yeah, I would say get used to avoiding getting hit instead of relying on healing. Paladin has some good group healing, but it is otherwise a very poor class. And a lot of people get used to having its on-demand healing, and then once it starts getting bad, they can't get used to, you know, playing classes that don't have built-in healing, even though those classes are generally still very good. Although classes like Warlock and Sorcerer fare a lot better with their passive healing than the Warlock's or the Paladin's active healing. So I'd try playing those, especially since spell power is very powerful early game. Yeah, around that new game, you should pretty much have most of the recipes at that point, so you can pick and choose the good enchants. Obviously, aside from health, you really don't want to put defensive enchants on your gear. Yeah. The Axe Wizard is a very high new game. Though I think the short sword and bow should have a... Or, not a bow, yeah. The short sword and hand crossbow should work for transmutation wizards at a lot lower of a level. I'm going to get around to doing a guide for that one. Once I get back around to it. But I gotta finish this last level of Warlock, and then the levels of Paladin, begrudgingly. And then I'm free to pick a new class, because none of them have been leveled past New Game 11 on this save yet. But I'm trying to tier off where I get them all to the same level before switching back to another one. And I need to be picking up the Shadow Curse removal. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, with Warlock here, with the consistency of their bleed, is kind of silly in how tanky they are with weapons, even though they have no damage support for them. But the damage doesn't really matter because the weapon builds have gotten so much support in the past couple of patches. So that's the main reason I think the wizard is going to be capable of doing it, because the short sword is such a... The epic short sword is such a powerful weapon. And it keeps you out of the thick of it, unlike the two-handed axe. Because the arc has pretty significant range. Ow. I didn't need to go in there, but even going in there I left half the resources. That's funny. Yeah, I guess another big thing is do level multiple classes. And that's a good piece of advice, because the title bonuses are significant. Unless you really know what you're doing, you're gonna be missing them a lot. Especially Rogue. Rogue becomes important at the end of the game. Even though Rogue gets somewhat annoying to level. I'm already level capped from running mats. Okay. So I can focus on just skipping a bunch. Do need to be a bit more careful on traps. I am not that invincible. You got both secrets? Alright, I see one there. Okay, where's the other one? I'd rather not waste this damage buff. Oh, there it is. Ugh, didn't need it. Alright, time to show this boss who's boss. Hey, more healing. There we go. Drums and speed, because I can't get 2 of those fragments. Oh, picked up a bunch of Shadow Curse there. Should have done that a little bit better. Oh well. I don't feel threatened at the moment because of the rings. Both those were good trades, but I'm going to favor the stone. They've gotten so much wood already this run. The penis. Alright, sorry, I just laughing at the squiggles that Snake's made. Alright, let's just skip these guys, because, fuck them. Ooh, I kind of do want to go to that shop, though. Well, let's see. Okay. Quick in and out. Ooh, 5 out of 5 will Markhams. Okay, oh, yeah, I'll take that. All right. Main hand. I was hoping for just hand. Hands! All right. Cool. We can get new hands before I run wizard. Hopefully get critical. If not, I'll be wearing some very underleveled gloves. Because there's no reason to run thirsty on a wizard. Alright, well, that's for the recording, so let me stop. Alright, now let me run these real quick. Let's see. I could use a good helm. Chest is fine. Back is fine. Alright, did I get a good helm? I did not, so I'll just use the wrong one. That's fine. Hands looks like the only thing important. Cool, I got all the perks I need. Everything else is now gravy. You know, I've had such a bad luck with hands. Almost makes me want to consider save scumming. The fact that there's so many enchants for hands, and almost all of them are terrible, is very annoying. Sure, more mana. Why not? Experience. Evasion. Where were these frickin' perks when I was actually doing the main run? Like shit. Missed a green. Let me go back for that. How did I miss that green? Alright. Alright. That needs a new pair of critical dex gloves. You can do it. I have faith in you, Bandit Lord. A moment of truth. Alright. Lucky day. Three leather ones. None with critical. One cloth one with critical. Mind you, cloth gear shouldn't be able to roll critical because you will never wear cloth and want weapon power. Fuck it, whatever. Don't care. Doesn't make me angry. It makes me a little bit angry. It pisses me off. Okay. The itemization is so fucking stupid. Well, I'm doing Paladin before I go back to Wizard anyway. Paladin still doesn't want that, so I'll just have an under piece of gear. Let me check to make sure none of my other characters have gloves as an option. Might even run a helm if they have one. It's above 70. Main hand, head. I'll run the helm. I need these and not thirsty. Alright. Attack of the kitty cat. Let me deal with this real quick. Give him some loving. Alright. Oh, caves. I probably should have looked at what type the map was. Cave should be nice and easy. As long as bugs don't come up and ruin my day. You gotta remember, I was just playing a character that had unlimited healing. This character does not. Oh, now I can get slice and dice back between... Oh, no. I picked extra mana, not what I thought I picked. Okay. That's fine. Did not pick up agile casting. That's fine. Yep, that's everything on the map. Short map. Nothing over there. Paladin is my special boy that sucks so bad. So I'm going to give him every advantage in the world for the 5 new games I got to run him later. I have up-to-date, over-leveled gear. More speed never hurt anybody. Oh, a great threat. Oh boy, better run away from the 5 spiders that spawns. And here's the reason that parry's worthless. Notice how I don't stay in things combat long enough to actually trigger their melee attack. It's weird. It's almost like not getting hit at all is better than trying to rely on the roll of a die. More help, please. Physical on top of that won't hurt. Oh, great threat. Better watch out. Book of Enlightenment for more experience on the boss. Sure. Nothing else matters. Oh, wow. So threatened. Barely made that out alive. Alright, loud leather helm. You can do it. I have faith in you. 3, 2, 1, go. One leather helm. That is loud. Alright. I'll take it. What leather was one? Plus 15. Oh, that makes. But this one's level 75, so that's basically the same. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and get this rest of the levels. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be using that cape for. All right. Carnage and learning. Oh no, the color scheme doesn't match everything else. I was lucky it did before. All right. All right, gonna put in the strength column real quick, just so I have an easy trade out. And I can get rid of this hardy helm. All right, let's poke. Gloves. Level 70. Offhand, main hand, offhand, chest. All right. I probably don't because I would have run them, but I can pray. Head, offhand, feet, two hand. Nope, 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 nope. Sorcerer. All right. '63 epic hands, but no, I'm not. I'm not. If I got critical at that low, I'd be mad. Wizard. Two hand, offhand, 69 hands. I'll try it. Well, we're gonna get the demo of the trans, and let me record this for somebody. All right. All right, so we're gonna try to demo out to trans wizard real quick. Short sword on a mission to get better gloves. So let me just switch everything else about the character out. All right. Could have had a little bit more movement speed if I was smart, but I am not a smart man. Alright. Book of Enlightenment. Crest of Courage. Those probably aren't worth it anymore. Now I'm going to be looking 11. Resistance, there's very few ways of getting that, so sure. But armor, no. Crowning achievement. Yeah, I'll pick up a Apothecary's Flask too. Book of Arms is barely worth it, I think. Because 1 star is not usually make or break. Alright. Nope. Let's just go to 250 Vitality here. Probably overkill, but I have so many more stats because Transmutation Wizard. Why not? Actually, no, 275. The rest in the Dex. And then everything into sword here. $69 gloves, alright. Nope, that was offhand, wasn't it? Yeah, hands on that one, okay. Recovery on spellcast, and I need Impetuous Apprentice to keep haste up, but the other two... actually, I only need to switch out that one. There we go. Blessing of Prowess. I think haste is still a bit expensive, so I think, yeah. I normally don't run transmutation this low, so I'm not sure. We'll find out. All those are bad. Because of my strength investment, I'm only at minus 500 armor. Or the strength that I get from just being a trans wizard, that is. Experience, why not? I don't need more defense, surely. More armor! Sure, let's get some evasion. Why not? Don't like evasion, but better than nothing. Let's get some defense in here. That should increase my armor by a big chunk. Yeah, not only minus 276 instead of minus 500. Oh no, not the great threat. I'm so threatened. Oh, it does look like mana is an issue. It's good to note. Switch to being conservative for now. Minus 98, almost in the positives. Sure, I'll get the greens. This wasn't max level, but it was still 69. So let's see. Gloves, critical leather, critical leather, critical leather. Go. Nope. Alright, well, I tried. Now I have my wizard set up for next time when I do run a full level. Alright. Now I need to swap out the gear first. The most fun character. Nope. Changing that. All right. That's what I want there. I think I forgot to change what comp I had in the Transmutation Wizard, which is something I also need to change. Whoops. Actually, having mana is fine since I was having mana issues, so never mind. Respec, Arms, Enlightenment, Courage, Topaz, Hollowed Bone, Protective Charm, Speed, Crude, Torque, Whetstone, Apothecaries, Belt, Girdle, Ring, Speed, Swiftness, Codex, Crowning, and Crest. All right. All right, above 18% extra weapon power now. Yeah, and the whole reason, again, for the crossbow, not because it adds any range. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, but adding the reason, add the crossbow is not for any range. It's purely to have a stat stick for additional weapon power and piercing. I think I need this to maintain drums if I get it, so I'm going to keep that. But I'm going to get rid of the crit for weapon speed. Prowess, I think I'll have mana issues if I don't take that, so I'm going to leave that for now. And if we're really good, I might switch it out. Honestly, I'm just going to pick Elemental Bulwark. Like there's a couple nice things, like Devotions of Flame is a little bit extra damage, but It's not a lot. Glancing Blows is bad. Arm of Wrath is functionally useless. Conviction doesn't work well since I have... or Zeal does not work well since I don't have a large mana pool. And I'm not using spell power. Shield of Faith, again, low mana pool. So I don't really need it. I mean, this would be something, but it's not great. Yeah, Bulwark it is. Alright. I don't forget these weapons are overgeared, so if you're using at-level weapons, you'll be doing a little bit worse. But the short sword is also just a powerhouse of a weapon, so... It's really less that you're playing a particular class than you're playing a short sword, with some minor buffs that interact with it for a lot of the classes. Imp! Good thing I didn't get too far away. God, I'm running to every wall. Ooh. 5 levels for the boots. More vitality. Yeah. Go for it. Or... No, this game does call it vitality. Or... I was like, wait, no, it's Constitution. Nope. Constitution is the D&D term. It is vitality for this game. Yeah, more fire damage. Why not? You could also probably go Divine to get the brief invulnerability frames, but... Or Justice to get slowing debuffs on guys. Honestly, the subclass doesn't matter very much. You're not getting much to help your weapon. I just chose Radiance because it has a little bit extra fire damage as one of its... on weapons as one of its perks based on your level. So that does have some scaling. And because I don't have to put any point investments into its subclass perks because you get everything you want by having the first level. Because the scaling, for some flippin' reason, on the stacks of the buff that you get is the duration of the buff, and only the duration on a very easy to maintain buff. I have complained about this several times, but it has fallen on deaf ears, so I will complain about it loudly on stream. I do have to keep up spells to keep up my fire stacks. Not just for drums when I get them. Alright, this will have to be my last run because I do have to prepare some stuff for D&D because it does look like we're having it tonight. Actually, I see there's a blip in my channel. Let me make sure that we're still having it tonight. Alright, maybe not. Yeah, and the fact that I'm playing a short sword instead of playing a paladin definitely makes the run a lot better feeling. Because paladin sucks, but short sword's great. So... yeah, Conviction's still doing work. Or the Shield of Faith on Conviction's still doing work. Even with a little mana pool. Yeah, I'll get some more fire penetration for the damage that's being added to my sword. Adding conviction there might not have been the worst choice either. No, it would have been bad. It's suffering on two fronts. No spell power, no mana pool. Yeah, Zeal is not very good at the moment. That's okay. Yeah, pretty much only running Zeal for its base purpose of actually just maintaining mana. So I think at high levels, you could probably just flat out... Well, no, you'd probably still want it for Shield of Faith. That's the only good perk on it. It's debatable whether or not you'd want to turn it off. There's not very many good Paladin skills. Yeah, more defense. Nothing even up here. Let me go ahead and pick that so I don't feel like it was a wasted trip. After this, I'm going to type a message in Discord briefly, so I'll pause the game. Alright, no D&D, so I don't actually have to do prep. So I might get a second run in on Paladin. Yeah, we're facing the true evil boss of D&D scheduling issues. Normally we'd know more ahead of time that we weren't going to have a game, but somebody is making an ER visit, so thoughts and prayers for them. Did I pick this up? I did not. Alright. Gotta remember to keep casting spells. Sure. So if I forget my spells, I can stack it up more quickly. Why not? I mean, I would never forget my spells, but, you know, theoretically, it could be helpful. Nothing up there I need. Oh, let's go get the secret. A chair. Okay, I had to get the secret. Okay, I am wearing the critical, not the thirsty. I was like, wait, did I double check that? And I did. If I was doing this much damage without 2 critical, I would be, wondering what was up. Ooh, let me go get that Shadow Rift first. Nope, let me get this secret first. Scroll swiftness, nice. More dashes. I don't seem to really be having mana issues, so I might try turning off the blessing for mana. And just go with probably experience. I misviewed the screen. That was not experience up there. Alright, 3 levels left. Cool. Looks like I got everything. Let's see how we do against Arista. Real strong DPS check there. Well, that was the only talent that actually did anything, so I'll pick that one. It may not do much, but it does something. You know, maybe I will leave the mana on. I got pretty low there. I think a lot of that's from being hit, not from spells. But the spells are still taking a solid chunk out. And the experience is not super necessary at this level, especially running 2 pieces of gear with learning on it already. Beam Labs being weird. Gotcha. Man, I thought that YouTube was so offended about me talking about phlegm that it was like, nope, you're done. Your career is over. Career, God, no. I do this in my spare time, obviously. Very little production value. Would never try to have a career in YouTube, much less entertainment in general. Oh, there's one secret. Did I already get the other? I did. I skipped this shop, so let me get that on the way out. Only one level left. Alright. I don't need to be killing guys as thoroughly as I have been. That's good to know. In fact, I can probably just skip everything. Oh, Moon pinned it. Alright. Even more reason to skip everything. Gives me the opportunity to not worry so much about getting caught in a big hit of damage. Bird, where are you? I summon thee. Yeah, the bird always, on certain maps tile sets, they always have a certain tile that they appear in. So if you remember what it looks like, you can very predictably know where they're going to spawn. Might get screenshots later. All these are bad. But that was good. That made the whole trip worthwhile, coming down here for the perk. Yeah, like I said, the paladin gets very little in the way of extra damage, but the short sword is enough to carry it. Not obviously not as well as the warrior was doing. But the warrior be balling. You can't complain that the paladin's not as good as the warrior, because that's just never going to happen. Ooh, I need to get hit with Shadow Curse real quick. Hit me. There we go. Okay. I could have just done this. I just realized. Whoops. Mount blocked? Sure. Secret. Yeah, I need it. Oh, that's a good one to have. Okay, I do have hasty boots. I couldn't remember if I got hasty boots or if I was still running the ones that were reduced dash. Solid 33-minute run. Well, that was because I was able to skip a ton because of experience, but speedy run's a speedy run. I have. Okay, I do have all the attack speed stuff there. I just feel like I'm swinging slower than I should be, but maybe that's just me. Oh, that's right. I switched out attack speed for sundering on the critical gloves. Okay, that might be it. It's still probably worth it. All right. Yeah, because attack speed gets very redundant with drums, because drums give 120%, whereas a slot on your armor gives 10. So just outscaled in usefulness, unfortunately. Gonna be saving my iron. Because I'm gonna be upgrading. Well, I'm actually not gonna be upgrading until I find new gear on the next character, and they'll have run stuff. Maybe I shouldn't. You know, I'll drop 100 iron or so into the chapel. Alright, what'd that bring me up to? Not sure if it changed anything at all. Okay. Let me check something for the configuration, because I think something like on sideways. Yep. Don't hear any reverb there. Okay, it is still live and everything. Cool. Oh, somebody replied to me a little bit ago. Let me reply to that before we start this run. Oh, well, that was on one of my really old videos that they replied to. All right. Cool. Okay, I think I needed 13 to get another update on the show. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Experience. All right. Nobody's gone back to me on other games for tonight, so I guess we're gonna just be continuing Overwatch. Hammerwatch. Wow, no, I'm not a sweaty Blizzard player. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a sweaty crack shell game player. Okay. Wrestling prowess, switch to wisdom. And let's see how we do here. Oh, need to get OBS on top so I can see if somebody does say something in chat. Alright, there we go. Don't know why I picked that up. I don't need equipment. Alright, let's focus instead of just being lackadaisical and get this run done quick. Time for some unparalleled quick thinking. Nothing over there. More dashes. Well, wish I would have seen that imp quicker, but it's his loss. Doesn't get to interact with me. Locked in, loaded. Drums. I actually got drums this time around. Nice. That's just a mushroom, not a secret. Hate how they spawn in the walls here sometimes. Look confusing. There's a secret. All these are bad. Is that a mushroom? That's a mushroom. There's a secret. Oh, that doesn't connect. Oh, let me pick up that experience. And then we're out. Lock was probably the better choice there, but eh. Doesn't super matter. I'm not being threatened by anything at this point. Oh, well, I got the mana reduction anyway. Alright, just gotta wait on bird, and then I'm out of here. I need a little bit more cooldown reduction. I'm not keeping up drums. I could put Smite on K, but I really don't want to do that. Let me try. As long as it doesn't feel too wonky. Okay, that doesn't feel too bad with combo. Okay, there is experience in there. Let me pop in. If I'm using Smite, I can almost certainly actually take off the cooldown reduction potion. Put on... I could try putting on the fire potion. It's not going to be that much DPS, but it's probably faster than doing the one that reduces my dash. Well, never mind, I'm not changing any more bindings because the game glitched. There's the secret. That's a good trade. Oh, I forgot to put forgot to take Rabbit's feet as attunement. Not great, but it's reliable. Good enough for 2 stars, at the very least. Alright, I've already got 3 levels. I don't need to worry about experience. Ooh, scroll swiftness. Wait, can I not count? I can't count. I'm only 2 levels in. I'm still fine, though. Almost 3. But I thought it was 3 going on 4. Shit. Now I'm 3 going on 4. Okay, I do need to kill a few more guys than I thought, though. Not that many, mind you. I don't have to farm, just, you know, don't actively avoid people yet. That was the only trade worthwhile. It's not a super good trade either, it's just the others are really bad. Three Shadow Curse, man. I got hit by a bundle, it looks like. Okay, let's kill these shadows before I get racked up any more. We spin in circles. There we go. Did I get both secrets? I did not. I got one. Darn, where's the other? There's the other. Not even worth it. Oh well. The gamble. Ooh, 100% damage. I'll take that. Let me zoom through here. Leveling up while you have all the perks from all the other classes several levels ahead just makes things so nice. Even makes playing the Paladin not feel terrible. Warlock resistance is a big one there, though. But also the ranger damage and having all the epics higher leveled, obviously. Except for the gloves. Could not find gloves. This feels spicy. How bad is it? Do I want to keep this? Was there a pyre? There was. Let me go touch it real quick. Yeah, this level of Shadow Curse seems fine. If I get another pyre, I'll hit it, but otherwise I'm not going to bother. Sure, Codex of Power, why not? Do you mean dual daggers, or do you mean main hand dagger, offhand, something else? And probably poison at low levels. And at high level would probably be demolition. I wouldn't say super viable on either of those, but they're workable. You'll be slower than if you were using a short sword. But you can still win. Surprisingly, the one-handed dagger is going to be the better choice than the two-handed daggers. Once you get the epic variety, that is. If you don't have the epic variety, I wouldn't bother with either, if I'm going to be frank. Yeah, and you would go poison to pick up the ability that gives you a poison to your weapon based on your levels. I think it's called Coded Weapon or something like that. Everything else really doesn't even matter. Just, you know, increase things that increase your damage. You don't need mini levels in Cloud. You don't need... You do want a bunch of levels in Poison Master. If you look up... If you go on the Discord and check the thread in Poison for Poison Bow, you'd be running mostly the same things as that. Except you would be using daggers instead of a bow. Yeah, I'm leveled, okay. I had to double check, because I didn't remember seeing level, but I was like, surely. Surely. Yeah, don't call me Shirley. Hammerwatch II Discord. Yeah. I think there's a link to it just like in-game, so it should not be hard to find. Yeah, I post a lot. I don't have rights to pin things, but you can make threads, so a lot of people use threads to pseudo-pin information. So if you check in the class channels on the official Discord, there's a lot of different class information. Alright, would one of you sit down? We need to have a talk. Alright, there you go. Thank you. Well, thank you. not much production value goes into it, but it's a fun game. And I've looked in the code and done a lot of math, so I consider myself at least reasonably knowledgeable about how the game works. So hopefully you get something good out of it. At the very least, you can get some ASMR. Oh, let's not get trapped in there. Thank you. That was almost bad. But thankfully, Dash is king. Almost bad again, but thankfully, Dash is king. Dash can get you out of almost any bind. Don't know why I'm killing things, though. Oh, an imp. How far back is he? I don't even see him on the map. Okay, there he is. All the way back there. Got rid of my Shadow Curse. Don't know if that's helpful. That's probably not, because now I'm going to do less damage on the boss. Oh well. He's still pissy at me because I skipped him on that one stage because he popped in last second. So he gave me a bad buff. I can probably literally just tank everything here. Yeah. Let me ignore mechanics, because I don't feel like doing it right now. See, where's my armor at? My armor's positive. God damn it. Resistances are barely in the negatives. By the way, this is not how you should fight the Avatar. You should actually pay attention to mechanics. But the gear is making this trivial. All right. .30-minute run, not bad. All right. Well, I think I'm done for the evening. Going to check in and see if anybody's in my D&D Discord, and then hope everybody has a wonderful night. And I'll catch you next time I'm on. Boy.